Hey guys, Fhraelaok here, with an add-on video. I got a couple comments and a mail asking me which add-ons I use in my videos. Now, I've added a couple more on at level 85 than I had prior to that, but I thought my current add-ons right now, as I am 85, and sorry, this is earlier than when you actually see me hit 85 in my videos. Those are coming out. Episode 15 is when that happens, so there's 15 episodes, one a day. Anyway, but this one I thought I'd come out with now, just to answer the questions, and I'm sure I'll get more over time again. I gathered up an absolute ton when I was playing before, but I don't have as many this time. Anyway, so I'm going to go down in alphabetical order and explain just what they are. I'm over here by the training dummies to show you a couple more as they work. Alright. So my very first one in alphabetical order is Add-on Control Panel. Now when you press Escape to go to your main menu, there's a button that says Add-ons, and right here you can change, turn on, turn off any add-ons that you have. Second, and that's without having to log out and back in, that just reloads your UI, is AtlastLoot. AtlastLoot down here, if I click on it, that shows you all the different loots that there are in the game, of any possible thing you can think of. So for example, we'll do Cataclysm. Let's say Throne of the Four Winds. I want to see what drops off of Fhraelaok. Oh, look at that, he's got the tier 11 tokens. He's got, oh, look at all these necklaces and rings, you know, all this kind of stuff. Hey, he could drop the items I need. I notice it doesn't show very well here. I'm sure it probably needs an update or something. Anyway, that's AtlastLoot. Bagnon. When I open my bag and my bank, everything is in one bag, in one window. I like it that way. It's a lot easier to organize. That's that. Bartender. My buttons down here, this is all bartender. Let me type bartender to config. I use bartender 4, it's of course the newest one. There we go, so you can see all the different bars I have by clicking lock. And this allows me to put bars wherever I want, in whatever order, and you can have up to 10. I only use up to 6. So you can have a lot of them if you need them. And organize them however you want, like this one's 2 rows. Anyway, that's that one. Then there's ButtonFacade. Move out of this guy's way. ButtonFacade, I use that, is what makes these look so pretty now. Again, didn't have them in my other videos. I used a Caith add-on for it, C-A-I-T-H. I just like that one the best. Elegant Dark is also like my second choice. Let's see. Clique. That's so I can easily click to heal. Now I don't do anything with the left or right click, or even middle click. At least not right now. I do a shift or control. So let me show you. If I go into P for my spellbook, this bottom one right here is a click binding configuration. So in here you can shift click or whatever you want a certain spell, and it'll put it in this list, and then when you use that on a unit frame, including grid or just somebody's unit frame, it will use that spell. Nice for crowd controlling, say if, well, back in Lady Death Whisper, if you needed to, say, sheep or cyclone a target, easy to do with that. So it's not just good for healers, it's good for everyone. There's grid. Grid is right here, as you can see. It's my little box to the far left on my screen. This will show everybody in your group. Let me see if there's a test mode. There usually is test modes. But I'm not seeing anything for it. Sorry, but yeah, it will show the groups out if you want them horizontal or vertical. And their health goes down in either way as well. It can go down from the right to the left, it can go up from the top to the bottom, however you want to set it up. And I use grid, not grid 2, because I can actually put mana bars on here. As you can see my mana bar there. As I use mana, see the mana goes down. And I also use GridStatusRaidDebuff. So I use GridManaBars and GridStatusRaidDebuff are all part of the same thing. And that raid debuff will allow me to see on the grid frame itself any major raid debuff that is important. I also use GTFO. Thank you, Leviathan, for the excellent add-on. That is the guild I am in now, Leviathan. And it's basically get the frick out. And if you're standing in something bad like fire or any damaging thing that you can possibly move out of to save your life, it will make a very loud horn sound, basically. It's quite annoying. It's very obvious, so it's easy to avoid. I like it when I was doing a dungeon. I was standing in stuff that I've never been there, I didn't know it, and it made a loud horn sound. I'm like, ooh, crap, move. There you go. Mixed scrolling battle text. Now, you've seen this in my videos. As I do damage, you see it on either side in arcs, on top and on bottom of my character. So let me just hit something and you'll see it. Right there. See, you see the auras I gain up top. And my status text up top. You see the damage I do on the right, and then the damage I take on the left. And then anything like cooldowns are on the bottom. Alright. What's next? Minimap button frame. That's down here to the right. Bottom right. That little black box. Instead of having all my add-ons on my minimap, it gets in the way, so I like to put them over here in a button frame, and you can just right-click this and hide it. So if you didn't want it, bam, you don't have to see it. But it's easy to have all your buttons you need here. And you can just click them like I did for AtlastLoot. Alright, and then there is Omen 3. Let me Omen toggle. Right here, training dummy. See, as you can see, my threat meter is on the bottom left. I guess you can't see when I'm solo. But next to my chat box, guys, where it says training dummy and you see the couple lines, that's my threat meter that you have hopefully seen in my dungeon videos I did. It shows how much threat I have compared to others. Alright. Pitbull unit frames. Those are my unit frames right here, guys. Right here. These ones right there. There's a ton of configuration you can do to them. As a matter of fact, I didn't have... Where is it? There's a picture you can have on there. Portrait. I have it enabled, but I don't see it. But, anyway, yeah, you can have the portrait on there. You can have all kinds of things. Borders, all kinds of different bars. Threat bar, power bar, your health bar, of course. Alternate power bars. There really is a lot on there. And you can customize all your different icons if you want them on there. If you really don't care to see what people's icons are, you know, such as what role they play, it doesn't matter then. Sorry, while I'm talking, I'm trying to find how to put the portrait on there, but I guess I don't know how to. So I'm just not going to worry about it. I don't need the portrait, anywho. But that's Pitbull. X-Pearl's also a very excellent one. I just like Pitbull more, a little more customization, easier for me to do. Quartz, that's my cast bar. Watch down underneath my unit frame is where I put it. It shows my latency. But that's my cast bar. I'll show a longer one with me healing. And let me target myself, and you can see my targets bar as well. Alright, that was Quartz. Now SexyMap is my map in the bottom right of my screen. I can customize it to any look. I have it as this one, and I'm not going to change it, otherwise I'll have to redo everything. But this is called Simple Square. I like it the best. You can customize size, anything really you want about it. Great add-on. Skada, that's my damage meters you see down here. When you are all the way out in the back, you can check total, current fight, and like your last 10 fights. Unless you've reset it. So for example, on Raj, my last boss I fought, you can check any of these things, like you can scroll through them, there's healing. You can check out the healing, and when you hover over them it tells you what their healing was, and then you can click on that, and then it goes through a detailed breakdown of everything. And then right click the top, or just right click on it anywhere, and then you can go through, like for example damage. I did 12.4, almost 12.5k on the boss, such as that. I usually keep it on current fight and on damage. Oh, alright, sorry, you can probably hear that, you know, allergies and everything again. It's driving me absolutely nuts. Bananas, man, bananas. The weather, it's been raining, it's been sunny, it's been rainy, it's been sunny, it cannot make up its mind. Alright, so that was Skada. Then there's Skinner. Now, when I open anything, you can see that my friends list doesn't look like the normal friends list. It's got a different skin to everything. This is what Skinner does. It changes everything to look a little bit smoother, not as many art designs to it. I personally like it. You can also have it, I had my black bar at the bottom for quite a few videos, and then I ended up taking it off because I was having issues with it. So I just completely took it off now. But that was a viewport that is also included in Skinner if you want to use it. Tidy plates. Those are little neon bars you see over the training dummies, and if I do Control V, or Shift V, you'll see it over everybody else's heads too. So there you go. And I use the neon one for that. Alright, and TipTac. When you hover over anything, the tooltips that you get at the bottom right, and you can customize where you want them to go, are different. So let me hover over somebody. See, it shows, it'll show their talents, such as them restoration, shows who they're targeting, shows what they are, what guild they're in, all that stuff, and it shows their health bar as well at the bottom. Pretty cool, I like it. XLoot. As you've seen when I've looted things, I have a loot monitor to the right of my screen. You see a little bar saying that, and loot rolls at the bottom of middle of my screen. You can see that bar. It's a nice small little bar for when loot pops up. You can just click it, you know, it's not a big old window, and when you hover over it you can still see the stats and everything, and the loot monitor shows recent loots instead of having it all in your log, chat log. So those are the two I use there, and my final add-on is Deadly Boss Mods. Definitely a needed add-on, even if you're doing regular dungeons, leveling up. It's really helpful to know when to interrupt and when to do things. You saw me interrupting a few times in, like, the Vashir instance, and I've never been there before. That's how I knew. Remember, it said, interrupt now, and it made a sound, so. And definitely needed for raiding. Alright, so that's my add-ons. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm using 20 add-ons. That's nothing compared to normal, to what I would normally have used. But, I mean, it does the trick. Alright, this isn't a config for anything. If you need help with a configuration on any of this, I have a couple. Please browse through all of my videos. I know I have one for Clique. I have a vent configuration add-on, not add-on, video. I have for a couple different add-ons and whatnot if you need help. So check those first, and then if you don't see something you still need help with configuring an add-on, one of the ones I have, or even one I don't have but you'd like me to try to learn so that I can teach you, by all means let me know, leave a comment, and I will get it, I'll test it out, and I'll put a video up on how to do it. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.